Soludo is busy doing all those things. How many projects from the federal has been allocated to Anambra State? None. You see it. And this has been what Nnamdi Kanu has been fighting for. Biafra, you are the owner of these resources, so, and they deny you all these projects. Biafra, I wish you could be a human being. I wish you could be a being. I wish you could be even rhinoceros or hippopotamus.
Recognize the redeclaration of Biafra and at the same time stop the innocent killing of military there in the southeast. What do you take as regards?
No, you see, this is what we actually envisage, because every Igbo, every Southeasterners will actually envisage that the closed door meetings between the Senate President and the Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, could be, that way. That's what we actually, speculated. That is allowing peace to reign by, taking away all the military forces that belong to Nigeria out of Igbo land, so that Biafra will peacefully emanate. That is the expectations. These are expectations of every Igbo man. These are expectations of every other sister tribes along with the Igbos. But let me tell you, when you ask me, who am I cannot actually explain to you, but I will refer myself. I will refer you to my friends. When you see my friends, you will actually know who I am. See, when you look at these two guys that had closed door meetings, you will actually see justice that has been hidden under mud. You will actually see decency that has been actually dragged, with poto, that is mud. You will actually see engrossed inequality. You can actually see wickedness, indecency, at the highest order. That indoor meeting is against Igbo man. Let me tell you, this Biafra of 18, it's causing Tinubu serious sickness, because Tinubu, his utmost dream, has never ever believed that Biafra will be declared in the faraway Scandinavia, Europe, Finland. So today, Tinubu is asking himself, am I in a dream? Is it dream? Is this going to be dream? No, this is hoax. It's not reality. It's unreal. See, let me tell you, that closed door meeting is to nail Igbo man down. After all, you will see how the budget, the national expenditure has been read. How projects will be, federal projects, should be executed all over the northern region, southern region, south, everywhere in Nigeria. Today, which project did they give to southeastern Nigeria? The budget they read today, they deny Igbo nothing, everything about government expenditure, everything about federal, implementation of a particular project that was stagnated, the one that is on course, and the one that should be now. No project has been given to Igbo man, southeastern Nigeria. Igbo, the current project read, there are many constituencies that receive projects, thousands upon thousands of projects. None has been allocated to you, Igbo, southeast. And their governors are there busy shouting Simon Ekpa. Their governors are there turning their back on Nnamdi Kanu. Their governors are there busy visiting all manners of native doctors, Libyas, Mili, traditional rulers, buying them, disaliving Libyas, native doctors. Soludo is busy doing all those things. How many projects from the federal has been allocated to Anambra State? None. You see it. And this has been what Nnamdi Kanu has been fighting for. Biafra, you are the owner of these resources, so, and they deny you all these projects. Biafra, I wish you could be a human being. I wish you could be a being. I wish you could be even rhinoceros or hippopotamus, so that you can rise up to your feet and fight for yourself. Federal government of Nigeria again has denied you all the projects. All the projects are coming to Yoruba land and Hausa land. What did the Igbo man do to Nigeria? And still they are holding Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you, God is coming by himself. Tsunami is going to be tsunamic. The Akpabios, the Tinubus, the Erufais, the Ahmad Bachers, the Buharis, the Modu Cherifs, the Cheiks, the Mamus, all of them, an earthquake is coming. Spiritual earthquake that will actually sweep these people away into Atlantic Ocean. A tsunami for doing Igbo land this, for denying Igbo man all this. They are going to receive the spiritual implication of what they are doing. Come what may, in Jesus' name.
But we've seen Ngozi and Rebbe say that she wants peaceful exit, instead of blood sharing and what have you, or what happened in time past. But do you not think that the government are pet up as regards them redeclaring Biafra there in Finland, because we saw that they wanted to truncate the declaration, but it didn't come to pass. But do you not think that the federal government and Tinubu and Akpabio, do you not think that they are really bothered as regards Biafra being recognized by major countries around the globe?
Yeah. Perturbed, unperturbed, meaning if they are touched, if they are not touched by it, the fact is that Biafra has been has been, declared. See, let me tell you, there's level one could go to torment his brother. Day shall come, God will do what? Set his brother free and liberate him from that bondage. See, Nigeria has been troubling Biafrans, the Igbos, over the years. Pre-Igbos, pre-war Igbos and the post-war Igbos are not the same people. The difference is that new technology has come and the post-war Igbos are now at it. The new technology is for us. Yes. Both artificial intelligence, both mechanical, scientific, and technological intelligence. See, we are at it. We are Igbos. So this time around, we are going to give them exactly what they want. In fact, as I'm talking to you now, we are giving it to them. See, let me tell you. The Chetimas, the Akpabios, and the Tinubus, no matter what they do, it is late. Before the 40-year tenure, 48 months of Tinubu's administration expires, where we would have gotten somewhere. Because the achievement so far made by the Igbos on 29th November, 2nd December respectively, has actually shaken the world to its foundation. Nigerian juggernauts, Fulani oligarchs, and all those idiotic politicians in the northern region, they have now begun to read the handwriting on the walls. Not with exclusion of the Arab Yorubas. They've actually seen that Igbos had actually existed in Nigeria. And this time around, the letter from Ohabeze, the warning from Ohabeze, whether pinched or unpinched the current administration, we are getting there because we've been able to be identified with the United Nations. We've been able to be given recognition by Canada, by United States of America, and even NATO. So what happened now is that Nigeria is dragging behind. United Nations has actually seen where the trouble is in Nigeria. With the sponsorship of Boko Haram, with the roles played by the northern elites, in conjunction with Obama regime, the United Nations has actually seen where the problem is. Then again, I'm telling you that international communities, both EU member nation, United Nations, under USA, as well as only African countries are left out. There's not every African countries, because I can see Southern Africa, I can see Zambia, I can actually see all the francophones in Sahel countries, that's desert, supporting Biafra. They actually understand the cause we are fighting recently. The country we least expected to have embraced alliance with Biafra is Niger Republic. Today we can see that man speaking in favor of Biafra. We can actually see Ibrahim Traore thinking towards Biafra actualization. And these are Sahel countries together that have been merging together, marrying with Hausa, regime in the north. But today, actually, they have seen the loopholes that the Hausas, I mean the Fulanis, not original Hausas, are palling with our colonial masters to actually steal all our commonwealth in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So today, I'm telling you, we are getting there. No matter what the closed door meeting, the outcome between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Akpabio, it doesn't matter. What has happened has happened. Biafra is victorious.
Honorable even come out and say that the EU are joining forces with Nigeria government to fight the Biafran because of what? Because of the oil there in the Biafran land. He said that's why they are really against the Biafrans and they are ready to work with Nigeria. Is Biafra ready to work with Nigeria government if Tinubu adhere or adhere to what the Biafrans want. But do you think that Nigeria government will ever want to form a coalition
Alliance with the
alliance,
EU.
yes, alliance with the
It's
with
not going to work. Listen and listen good. Now they cannot address the session in 2017. Immediately his house was invaded. He escaped into Senegal. Almost 12 months. He went to the EU member nation. And after that, before that invasion, he addressed EU member nations. I mean, in Kano. Europe will be the last country that will do that now. Europe actually felt bad when Biafra was almost annihilated in 1960s to 1970. Many European countries helped Biafra. Finland, number one. Scotland followed. Even among the Confederation of United Kingdom, that is Scotland and Ireland, they joined Biafra. They supplied us with all amenities and other materials that stop our children from being kwachokored. They supported us. So what I'm trying to say is that EU can never ever do that. They will never align with Nigeria, rather with Biafra. They will align with Biafra because they actually know that Biafra is a rotten, Nigeria is a rotten egg, a spoiled society. Nothing good can ever come out from this country again. So EU is with Biafra. They can never work against Biafra, and they will never collude with Nigeria to fight Biafra.
Pronouncement on this particular matter is disturbing. But the Senate, as it were, should invite the NSA, the NIA, the DSS, for a brief on this matter. From there, we now take it forward. Setting up any committee of the legislature without bringing these people, this is a very serious matter. It is very, very serious.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Breaking news. Senate summons DSS, NSA, all the security agencies in Nigeria over alleged Boko Haram funding by USAID. This followed after US government set to investigate the use of past aid allocated to Nigeria and other countries. The move follows President Trump's suspension of foreign aid for 90 days due to concerns about global destabilization and the misalignment with American interests. The U.S. mission to Nigeria confirmed effort to track past assistance provided by U.S. government and condemned the ongoing violence and loss of life caused by Boko Haram in Nigeria. So my people, I would love you guys to just take a listen and hear how they presented this case in the Senate, as well as what Senate President said, because according to him, this is just a social media talk, but I love how Senator Alin Dume replied to him that this is a serious matter. This is from US, and US is currently investigating this matter.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues. The motion, as I earlier said, is the urgent need to investigate the alleged funding of Boko Haram by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. The Senate notes that on Thursday, 13th February 2025, the entire social media space was agog with trending video of a United States Republican Congressman, Scott Perry, representing Pennsylvania, alleging at the inaugural hearing of Subcommittee on Delivering on Government Efficiency that U.S. aid has been funding terrorist organizations across the world, Boko Haram inclusive. Also notes that this allegation is coming up at the heels of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, raising an alarm that Boko Haram terrorist groups are being sponsored and trained by international organizations. Further notes that over the years, the modus operandi of Boko Haram in Nigeria has been a source of great concern, as their source of funding and operations have been shrouded in mystery. Recalls that the devastation caused by Boko Haram in the northeast region and other parts of the country, which includes the bombing of UN building in August 2021, and of course, the bombing of the police headquarters here in Abuja, among other attacks, led to loss of lives of Nigerians in thousands and wanton destructions on properties, which occasioned unprecedented internal displacement across the country. Also recalls that the federal government over the years strived to put measures in place to curtail the activities of terrorist groups in the country by expending huge resources, which seem not to have yielded much result as the nefarious activities of terrorists continued unabatedly, and observes that the monumental devastation caused by Boko Haram in this country should be a matter of concern, as it has dented the image of this country among the Community of Nations for allegations to begin to emerge at this point in time that some international organizations are behind this unwholesome act. There is the urgent need for steps to be taken by the federal government to unravel the mystery behind this whole episode. Accordingly, 1, urge the federal government to constitute an interministerial committee comprising of Ministries of Defense, Interior, Foreign Affairs, and the headships of armed forces and other security agencies to investigate the allegation and make appropriate recommendation on the way forward. And 2, set up an ad hoc committee comprising of the chairman and vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, and Legal Matters, Defense, Army, Navy, Air Force, National Security and Intelligence, Police Affairs, and Foreign Affairs to liaise with the relevant authorities to ascertain the veracity of the allegation with the view to taking appropriate legislative measures. I so move.
The Swing Senator Kagashehu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Live Bencher.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues. My name is Kakashehu Lawan. I represent the good people of Borno Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, I rise to second this all-important motion ably moved by distinguished Senator Mohammed Alindume. And by the leave of Mr. President, I would like to chip in a word or two. Mr. President, the allegation contained in this motion paper is very weighty. These hallowed chambers represent 109 federal constituency or senatorial districts across Nigeria. Terrorism, banditry, criminality is always a daily occurrence in the 109 senatorial districts. Mr. President, the intelligence agencies in Nigeria had in the past made numerous attempts to investigate on the funding of these terrorists and bandits through various ways, but did not yield the much desired result. With the pointer by the representative by Mr. Perry Scott, I think there will be light at the end of the tunnel. Let us support this motion wholeheartedly so that we can unravel the veracity or otherwise of the allegation with a view to finding solution so that Nigerians can go to sleep with their two eyes closed. I so second Mr. Senate President, and thank you, my distinguished colleagues.
Yes, the Senator Nengi.
My name is Senator Abdul Ningi, and I represent Bauchi Central of Bauchi State. Mr. President, I'm also a co-sponsor of this very, very important motion, eloquently presented and delivered by Senator Ali Ndume, representing Borno South. Mr. President, there are times that we need to reflect. We are operating a presidential system of government. At this point in time, whatever is written here is apt and germane to the matter in question. But having said that, it is important in a plenary like this, it is almost impossible to do justice to the issues raised on this motion. But it is also imperative that it is within our legislative right and mandate to bring issues to the fore like this.